Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning from Hannah too. We just checked out. Nice stay at this place. Very clean. What was it? Comfort Inn. This one.
Clean, there were no scorpions, so it was a positive.
Yeah, we're just gonna head over to Bisbee now. I think have a mooch around where we were last night. It's only 25 minutes, half an hour away, and then that's it. We'll see where we get up to.
Some breakfast.
From Becky. Burgers. Right, we saw this last night, so we just thought, just before we set off, just next to the hotel, we thought we'd come and show you, because it's very interesting. So this is some kind of food company called Sonic. I think they do burgers and whatever else.
Breakfast.
But all these points, look, are like you pull up and you order from the bloody machine. So see these guys, look, you just pull up and you order right there, and then they bring it out to you rather than having to go inside. It's like a bit more like a drive-through, but fit more people in at the same time. Look, all the way down there, look, all them. It's like petrol pumps, but you ordering burgers, and then they've got your standard drive-through here as well. Hope you like that, guys. Okay, guys, we're back in Bisbee now. This is where I was last night. So that side looks really nice and, you know, cowboy and nice. And you come this side and you've got that thing that's coming for us. So we're going to try and get some brekkie. All the shops are still shut as well, so hopefully they open soon. Just take a look at this bloody car. Look, it's like glittery. You see? Isn't that crazy? Right then, food fans, we're in somewhere called Bisbee Coffee, and I've gone for a nice chicken wrap for breakfast. Comes with a bag of crisps, chips, and 2 pickles in a tub. Hannah's gone, whoa, look at that, some sort of pastrami bacon sandwich thing.
And onions.
Onions, very nice. Good little. Let you know how we get on. Very tasty. Right, so this is where we were last night. We went for food, and I said, "Oh, there's all these shops and stuff." So, Passion Cellar, souvenir type shop. I think it is got some kind of bookshop here. So we're gonna have a little mooch round, sipping on my nice coffee, and see what we find. Look at the bloody size of this friggin'. Look at that. Oh, bloody hell. Right, this is where we was last night, where I was saying, oh, I think we're at the end of the town. It's like a ghost town. It's still kind of empty. I think there's another street down there we've not been to yet. But we're going to have a mooch around this bit, and then this is like the bottom end, so we're going to work his way back up that way. That cloud's kind of cleared up a bit as well, so this place here we almost booked on Airbnb. Apparently it's you can rent it and have gigs and stuff there, but when there's no gigs on there, rent it out as an Airbnb. But we didn't get it because it said, oh, it's really next to all the bars, so it can be really, really noisy at night and stuff. And then it was silent. Yeah, there's 20 people in the whole town, I think, but they've got some kind of bomb hanging outside, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you can see inside, it's all a bit dark, but it was really funky in here. And you just hear me, hi guys. Oop, where's it up? So as part of the rental, I'm going to sneak my hand in here, hopefully there's no dogs. You got all that as well, that was all your space to chill out in as well. So in hindsight, we probably could have got that place. There might have been no scorpions in there at least. That would have made it better just on that. Look at all these pictures on the wall, look. All the way up. These are going to quite cool actually. But there's all this stuff, there's like all these stickers everywhere and stuff, but there's just nobody around anywhere.
There's no people, I don't get it.
This is a magic show place. Look at all these bottle caps that's stuck everywhere. All of them's all bottle caps. One thing we have noticed is there's a lot of bikers here, like, you know, rough looking bikers. Look at that. It's really strange. There's a couple like dive bars that are open now, but no one's in them. They're just bikers stood outside. Some kind of park. I feel like we're in Chernobyl. You know, just everything just left behind. Some nice artwork there. And some sort of stage. You want to go on the stage, Hannah? Time to shine. Isn't she talented? You want to tell us about the interesting fact you just found out, please, love?
Apparently there was a big fire, and then there was a big fire here a couple of weeks ago, round here. So they told everyone to evacuate. Fuck's that, my boy? Told everyone.
Whoa.
No. Told everybody to evacuate, and then there's still, even though it's safe for them to return, they're still under threat of fire due to low humidity and high winds. So we think no one's here because they've all fled and they've just not come back. But they shut part of the highway and stuff, so they just couldn't get back, I think.
There you go. Look at this very cool car. How cool is that? There is a lot of this sort of nonsense here. I think it's, you know, trying to be arty. I guess it's quite a very, well, not quite a very hippie town. It's like hippies and bikers. I don't quite get it. There's like, I mean, look here, bike, but there's like this weird like biker element, which probably goes back to the 70s, doesn't it? But it's quite hippie, a lot of art galleries everywhere, but most of it's shut, so we're probably going to move on soon. Right, we just noticed a sudden influx of homeless people. I thought, what's going on here? Very strange. And then we walked past somewhere and they had all tables laid out, which I mean it's quite nice. They had all tables laid out, giving them food, like a food kitchen, and giving them stuff. And they had Narcan, which I think, is that the anti-overdose drug?
I think it's if you've overdosed, don't you have that if you're back?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So that's nice, but that was the busiest place in town, I'm afraid. So no, I'm sure it's very nice here when it's busy, but we're definitely in some sort of weird off season now. But they have got this very cool Domino's delivery truck, and I thought somebody was sat in the passenger seat, and it's not. It's a dummy. Look at that. This guy, that. Right, well, we just bought Hannah.
What have we bought? A breadboard, an old breadboard that has been painted on in Mexico.
We got to like we walked past the shop, and there was like an old lady. It was like a fudge shop. But Hannah saw her and said, "Oh, she looks really sad." So we thought we'll pop in and just maybe buy a bit of fudge to cheer up. And then she had all these cool like religious kind of icons, you know, painted on things. Yeah, like pieces of wood. I'd show you, but it's all wrapped up. And she said that they're from Mexico, and the piece of the wood that they painted on are the boards that they used to use to knead dough into. But it's really cool. I'll probably show you when we get home or something. And then Hannah bought like a cool little what was it? Cross. I know it's like a little.
It's like a little photo frame.
Yeah, it's like a little Mexican style photo frame, all nice decorated. But yeah, it was good. It was meant to be because it's really cool. We bought. Hannah can't stop sniffing these flowers. These are star jasmine, and we've planted some of these at home. But when it's windy, they release a scent apparently. But they're really cool looking. Where's that one? Look, they're like a little, like what ninjas throw. Yeah, it is kind of waking up a bit, but it seems like everyone starts work at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, they finish at 6. They were saying that Tuesdays and Wednesdays are really quiet and it gets busy. So we probably just come at the wrong time. It probably is quite cool here, but unfortunately, let's have a look in here. Unfortunately, a lot of it's shut. We're going to look in here. Look, miners and merchants. I'm from Maltby, which is a mining town. So, well, let's just see how their mines compare to Maltby. Right, I'm in the bottom of this antiques place, and it's an old bank. So I'm whispering because it's really quiet. I don't know if anyone else is down here. But this is like the parking basement. And they put this fucking dummy here, look. It scared the life out of me. Look, so it's sort of like this. Oh, there's the old bank vault there. So look, as you come around this corner, this is the bank vault door. Look, you can see how it works. Any safe crackers, you might want to take note of this. There's some people in Chocosmin.
Little clean because it's covered in mosquitoes. This is just like why you put petrol in. They just have this little thing here, and you can just get your windscreen for free, which I think is quite nifty. Look at this here. Yeah. Oh shit! Ooh. Oh dear!
What are you doing?
Not me. I think the alarm was set off. Thanks, Jamie locked me in and made a noise. But yeah, you can clean your car while you put your petrol in, which I think is very nifty. Wow, it's so clean. Yep.
Right, we're approaching the tunnel. So we did this yesterday, but we didn't record properly. So the car goes back in the morning, and we've been driving it very gently, to be honest. So we're going to give it a little razzle through here. Only up to 40 mile an hour, of course. So if you're listening, race fans, here we go. You ready, Hannah?
Yep.
Ready?
Go.
Right, ladies and gents, you have to excuse the phone video, but I need to do some super zooming. So we're just coming up to the border of Mexico. That is the wall. See it all the way along there. Not Hadrian's Wall, not the Great Wall of China, Donald J. Trump's wall. So I'm going to go a bit closer, but just from here you can see the whole thing. Okie dokie, we're here at the United States Customs and Immigration. So this is actually the border between, this side is America, and then beyond the wall is Mexico. And there's a gay 90s bar right there. So that's the first thing you see when you come to America. So you've come from Mexico, land of Mexico, wherever you come through. I don't think you can actually come through here. Or maybe there's some cars coming through actually, but I think if you wanted to go back out, you've got to go down this highway and come out somewhere else. Anyway, yeah, we just thought, while we're kind of nearby, I wanted to come down and see it. I just thought it was interesting. You're right on the border of it, so why not come and see it? There's Trump's wall. It's very big, looks very strong. There it is, look, all the way down. This is the customs belt, so from what we can see, the cars go around the other side, they come around here, I guess do some kind of documentation and come out of here. And away they go. It's quite a nice building actually. Right, well, might be probably a bit strange we came here, but we just thought, we were literally like 15-20 minutes away. We thought it'd be interesting to say we've seen it and been to the border at least. There you go, lots of border patrol. Well, we saw one patrolling up and down the main road. This place seems pretty secure, obviously. So, but yeah, a little bit straight. I don't know. There's nothing on this side. Well, you can't see for this car. But on the Mexican side, it looks like there's loads of like bars and restaurants and stuff. So maybe that side's where the party is, eh, love?
We've got the gay bar.
We've got a gay bar, yeah. I don't get why they've got that there, really. But okay, bye. Right, graveyard fans. This one's for you. This is the Boot Hill Graveyard. So it's named the Boot Hill Graveyard because the men that buried here died in their boots. So we found out yesterday this was made a year after the town of Tombstone. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we've just come back to Tombstone. We were driving back through Tombstone. This place was built a year after Tombstone was made a town because people die in the mines and stuff. They need somewhere to put the bodies. So they made this place. A lot of the graves have been redone, but they are the original burial places. Right, this is it. We're in the Boot Hill Graveyard. Try that again. This is the Boot Hill Graveyard where there's lots of characters buried here. There's the 3 people that was killed in the OK Corral shootout we saw yesterday. They're buried here somewhere, so you get this little information booklet that tells you everybody there. Right, I'm not going to go through every single one here. This is the first one. Rodriguez Petron, 1882 he died, and he was stabbed, it says. not a good way to go. So these markers aren't obviously the original ones, but they are the same burial place. This is like a protected area, so they are all historically correct. It's just they've had to redo the little surfboard gravestones. So, and the rocks are to stop the animals digging them up and eating the bodies. So that's why they've all got these rocks placed on top of them. I'll just sort of tell you the interesting one. So this one here, Van Outen, 1979. He was found beaten in the face with a stone until he died. So he had trouble over his mining claims, so that's why they probably killed him. And this guy here, his name was Holo Lucero. It says he was killed by Indians. So I presume the Native American type, not the modern ones. So this one here is a plot for 5 gentlemen, it says. Actually, so there's Dan Dowd, Red Sample, Tex Howard, Bill Delaney and Dan Kelly. These were all legally hanged for robbing a shop in Bisbee where we've just been this morning. They killed several people, so that's how they ended up in there. Right, this one is a bad one. So this guy's Joss Wetzel, killed in 1882. It says he was stoned to death by Apache Indians, and his friends were quite close by. So the Indians, instead of shooting him, they threw stones at him to not attract his friends' attention. So another bad way to go there. Okay, I think this is the most famous plot in the graveyard. So this is the reenactment we saw yesterday, the little show, and the people that got killed in that these are the guys that it's based on. So it's all a true story and it's all very well documented. It's only 1881, so there was plenty of writing and stuff back then. So these are the ones that were killed in the OK Corral battle. This is Billy Clanton, Tom McClory and Frank McClory, who were outlaws at the time. Very naughty boys, but they insisted that they were murdered on the street because there was some sort of discrepancy about the legality of shooting them. They did try and just go and take their guns off them, but it became a bit of a gun fight, so these guys came worse off. What do you reckon so far? Are you enjoying the graveyard, love? Very interesting. It's a beautiful view to have your final resting place in. So a couple of interesting ones here. This is John Martin. He got killed by water blasting him in the chest somehow. It's like a Pokemon battle. And this guy called Rook just says he was shot by a Chinaman. So very naughty of the Chinaman to do that. This one's Lester Moore. You might have heard the famous Johnny Cash song about his tombstone here. Look.
Here lies Les Moore, 4 slugs from a 44, no less, no more.
It says he was a Wells Fargo agent, which is a bank, at NACO, and had a dispute with a man over a package. They both died, so some way to go. This one here, probably the last one I'm going to show you now, because we don't want to see this all day. This is Marshal Fred White. He was shot by a famous outlaw, Curly Bill, you may have heard of before. It says here he was trying to take his gun off him, was accidentally shot. This took place where the Birdcage Theatre now stands, so where we was yesterday in Tombstone, not where I filmed one up, but there was like an old theatre with 2 like prostitute ladies stood outside. Oh, they're not, but they used to be. They're pretending to be, and that's where we shot. So, and in the town there's all the there's like a little board everywhere where there was like gunfights or someone died. So it's quite interesting. But I think we're going to get out of it now because we got a lot of driving to do, and we're looking around a graveyard. So look at this, guys. Some freaking fighter jets. Oh, I can't zoom in there, I can. There's one, though. Can you hear them buggers, though? That's America for you. Look at them. Right, we're at Taco Bell. Hopefully you can hear me because it's really windy here. We've just seen some fighter jets flying through the sky. Look how weird the clouds are as well. We're heading back towards Tucson, Arizona.
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
And yesterday when we was driving here, hang on, we saw some military helicopters as well. So we've just seen 3 fighter jets flying through the sky. And yesterday when we was driving the opposite way, where we've just come from, there was some military helicopters. There was 3 of them. Like, and there's a big military training ground here, so we might see some more. If we see anything else, we'll try and film it. Bye. Right, so a bucket list item for me was to try a Baja Blast. So I'm going to try that. Hannah's going to get some chippies, I think, aren't you? Alright, good drink spread on here, look. Mug root beer, that's Harry's favourite. Teas and stuff, and this is one we want. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. See if I can get it one. last night with the car. We've just done about a 2.5 hour drive. We've smashed it. I was going to do a few more stops, but we couldn't be arsed, so we just smashed it off. But anyway, we're back at our favourite place. I'll show you in a minute. And the reason is why we're here is I'm going to insert a little clip here. I'm at least to XL or double XL and stuff. This is a large one. It's probably still a bit big for me. And I thought I was so clever, didn't I? But actually this shirt that I was going on about, oh yeah, I can fit in a large, it don't fit. So I've got to come back and swap it because I'm an idiot. So we're back at, this is a new Bass Pro, so who knows what we found? Who knows what dead animals they have on display here? This is the one in Mesa, outside Phoenix. So we're not far from where we're going to be staying tonight anyway, so see if we find anything interesting in this one. Standard horn-filled entrance. Not got as many in this one, maybe the hunters around here are a bit shit. Whoa! Very nice entrance. Right, here we go, this is what we like. Hi! So, here again in Bass Pro, another bloody massive one. So this one's very similar to one of the other ones we went to. So you've got the fish tank with the elevator behind it, that must be there. They might have got a deal on these 2 for 1. And then the other side's kind of the same, another waterfall with another elevator, so nothing too exciting. So this here is just the returns desk, and look how cool it is, look. All this wood and rope and stuff, it's all good. And you've got all the way around the top of the buildings like these murals, look, to get you in the mood for going hunting. This is it, we're having one last look at Bass Pro. This is the last one we're going to be able to go to. A little bit sad. We're both feeling absolutely shit today because we've got just tomorrow, which is going to be a travel day and a bit of time in New York. And then we've got tomorrow in Phoenix. Actually, I'm telling a big fat stupid lie. So the day after that, yeah, but we're very close to coming home now. We want to come home because we've missed his family and his friends and his pets and stuff, but that's about only a good thing about coming back. The rest of it's shit. It's been so amazing here, and yeah, we don't want to go home, do we, love? But you know, we have to at some point, I suppose. The nice thing is, a good way we've been trying to think about it is, if we were ready to go home, we would have meant we've had a bad time. So because we don't want to go, it means we've had a really nice time, which we're very lucky to have had. So that's it. We're trying to reverse psychology ourselves, so we don't open the door on the plane and die. Anyway, enough depression sessions. Back in the car. And now we're going to head to pick the bags up. We're picking the bags up a day early because we need to sort them all out and get rid of some shit. And then we'll be in Phoenix then, so we're going to have a little look around. Look at all the bugs that have been splattered. Look at that. In Phoenix, I mean, I'm sure there's some nice places in Phoenix, but we just can't find anywhere that we're really excited to go see. So we're just going to get some tea, chill, and we've got the hotel room for 2 nights, and then the car goes back at 10 in the morning if anybody gives a shit. So early start, but then we've got a carless day, so we're gonna, I don't know, deal with it. Also, I just remembered, Barry, the guy that we're getting the car, who we're doing the car through, it's long story short, it's through a company called Turo, so you basically hire people's cars when they're not using them. But this guy's got like 1,000 cars, so it's obviously his business. But he's a
dodgy guy anyway.
Yeah, I was telling you about I was a right weirdo when we picked it up. So earlier, you know, we went to the Mexican border. We're quite obviously just visiting, like, you know, he knows our travel plans, he knows when we're bringing it back because you have to put it all in. And he messaged me saying, oh, just to remind you, you're not allowed to go over the Mexican border.
Yeah, wait, no, blunter than that.
Well, yeah, he's even blunter than that. So obviously, this down here, I don't know if you can see it, this is the tracker. So he's obviously sat tracking us like some kind of freak, and then not seeing us going near the border thinking, oh, they're going to nick my car.
A right blunt message, like, reminder, this car cannot go over the border to Mexico.
Yeah, so I don't know what it's going to be like handing it back tomorrow, but I just think if you don't want people to drive your cars, don't hire them out, you dickhead, because people are going to drive them, are paid to use the car, you know, so shut up. I'm not taking it to Mexico, you knobhead Barry, if you're watching. We've just popped into a Walmart instead, so this is all this section here is fishing. All this is other sports. I'm not going to point the camera down, there's too many people, but there's a whole section there. There's literally about 8 rows of stuff. All these are all for painting and hardware. 2 rows of Hoover stuff, and then the rest of the store goes all the way to the back. So there's about bloody 200 rows in this one. This is a Walmart supercenter, so they are a bit bigger. And we're stocking up on stuff that we can't get back at home. So you know, like all these crazy tablets and stuff that we like. So we're going to get all them. And Hannah's got some shampoo and stuff. So it's just bits we can't get back home. We're just trying to get now. It makes me laugh, right? Every time we go somewhere, I wonder what me and Hannah, whenever we go shopping, we always separate and then come back. And I leave her and I can just hear her talking to people, having a chat. And she's doing it well. She's just been doing it when they go chatting to someone. I don't know what about. But she's always making friends. One thing I've noticed that I don't think's right is certain people. You see them walking around with balaclavas on all the time. You know, like fully all you can see is their eyes. Walking around in shops, and we saw them at the airport, and I don't know how that's allowed. Sure, that's a bit of a security threat, or you know, if they're nicking, you don't know who they are. I don't know what's going on there, but I've seen that quite a few times. But these, that's 1.75 litres of Jim Beam whiskey. It's $22, which is what, about 19 quid, if that, 17, 18 quid. It's fucking well cheap. We've stumbled across these pies. These are 84 cents each, look. All these different flavours, cherry, blueberry, whatever, pecan, got chocolate cream pie. Right, we've come to this place, Charleston's. So, something we have noticed in America, I don't know if I've already talked about it, there's a lot of restaurants that are like independents, or like, you know, like they're not a chain. Like in England you get your Nando's, you know, it's always same shit, Nando's or Wagamama's, you know, you always, you know, roughly what you're going to get. Whereas I noticed in America there's a lot of these like chains that do really well. So this one I don't think it's a chain, I think it's like a little independent, but we've noticed a lot of them where it's just one of them in that place. I mean, they have got the chains, you've got a Texas Roadhouse over there, but we'll give this one a go. Won't we love red? Right, quick little tip, I've got some chicken noodle soup here. I don't know why it's so bright, but what we just noticed is this painting is by a guy called Jack Vetriano, and my dad has the same one in his living room, so it's nice to see. It's like home away from home. Food review, chicken noodle soup. I think it's nice. Hannah doesn't like it, but it's kind of sweet tasting, but I think it's alright. It's like the tinned cream mushroom soup with chicken and noodles in it, so it's alright. Right guys, this is catfish, which is something I really want to try. I'm not tucked into it yet. Hannah always gives me a portion of her steak for the bits she don't like. Hannah's got she's nearly got that steak, she's not messing around today. Been defeated a little bit. Hannah's done well. The mash was like really garlicky and cheesy, very nice. But I've ordered a little dessert as well. Carrot cake, this. We've never seen one before. I'm not going to pick you up and put it next to Hannah's head. Okay, this is we've got this room for 2 nights now. We've just checked in. Well, we checked in earlier. I've just been on a mission to pick the bags up because we had the bags in storage, and I had to go get them tonight because I've got to take the car back at 10 in the morning. So we have a slight issue with one of the bags. It's the zip split, so it's open. So we've got to sort that out. This is the new bag that we bought. Yeah, that would cost a load of money. It's fucking split. So anyway, the room, we've got a little terrace on here, which I don't know whether we'll use, but maybe we'll use tomorrow. Look, we can come out here, look at cars and cars and aeroplanes next door. But anyway, we've got to take the car back early in the morning. So good night. Also, while I was gone, Hannah got me a beer, which is very nice of her. And just wanted to share our success. So we've managed, with the help of our little weighing scale, this bag's £33, this bag's £33, and this bag's £33. So we've got a little bit, it's £40 limit, so we've got a little bit of wiggle room here, a little bit of wiggle room here, and a little bit of wiggle room here in case we pick up any last minute bits in New York. So just wanted to share that. I think now we're going to go to bed because it's now 12 o'clock and we're up very early, so 90.